order at 12:14. And Sue, you want to do a roll call?
Commissioner DeWard,
I'm here.
Commissioner Springer,
Here.
Commissioner Cease,
Here.
Commissioner Waitman,
Here.
Commissioner DeVoe,
Here.
Commissioners Breister and Doyle are absent, and Chair Reagan.
Here. And we need a motion to approve the absence of Reister and Doyle.
So moved.
Okay, is there a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Okay, Mike, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussions on that? None, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Approval of the minutes from the previous meeting from March 7.
So moved.
And is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion or changes? None, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And treasurer's report.
The current balance is $504,300.86. All of our TIFA revenue has been posted for the year, so all the revenues have come in, and the transfer has been made to the general fund, so you're sitting on a good fund balance.
Okay, any questions for Sue? Need a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Any discussions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Public comments for items not on the agenda. You can hear no on the public sector out there, so we'll move on to old business. Any old business, Mike?
Yeah, just the only thing I forgot to bring up and put in the agenda is we are working on the specs for the sounds for the speakers. Rich is writing that spec. He's out this week at training, but anticipate hopefully get this out for bid pretty quick.
Okay, new business?
Sure. Attached is your proposed fiscal year 2019-2020 budget. The past year we saw about a $100,000 increase to the DDA fund, and this was due to additional expansion of Lighthouse Foods, along with the industrial facility parcels being added to the ad valorem tax roll. One of the IFTs from King Milling came offline, so we saw a significant increase because of that. This year we budgeted for $520,000 in new revenue, and we actually saw approximately $571,000 for reasons I mentioned. And for the upcoming year, we're projecting approximately $545,000 in revenue. And it's a slight reduction, but it's due to the continued elimination of the personal property tax, which will be completely eliminated in 2023. In the current fiscal year, we propose $489,000 in expenditures, which give us an additional $39,000 in fund balance. With this, we need to make some changes in the current budget, amendments to the current fiscal year. We need to reduce the capital outlay line item from $71,000 to $15,000. This year we budgeted for setting aside funds to assist with the Showboat Event Center and replacing the Welcome to Lowell signs. We found the signs just needed to be repainted, and it only cost us approximately $1,200 to do. We don't anticipate the Showboat needs, if any, it wouldn't be until the upcoming fiscal year, 2021. We increased the maintenance overtime line item from $1,000 to $2,600. This was due to the winter maintenance needed this year. We increased the maintenance rental line item for equipment used in downtown from $20,000 to $30,000 to accommodate increased use due to winter maintenance and for the remainder of the fiscal year. We're going to need to increase the maintenance miscellaneous item from $2,500 to $4,000 to cover taxes for the parking lot property we own. We need to increase the administration costs in the permanent salaries and pension line items. Beginning in January, my salary and benefits were reallocated. Previously, 85% of my salary and benefits came from the general fund and 15% from the DDA fund. We modified this to 70% general fund, 30% DDA fund to alleviate strain to the general fund. We reduced the marketing line item budget for this year from $105,000 to $85,000 as we did not select it this year for the Midwest Sculpture Initiative. While there are many routine operational expenses that are being budgeted in your budget for next year, listed below are major appropriations that I'm recommending for next fiscal year. $303,000 and $382 for the DDA contribution to the City Hall bond. This year, I'm asking the DDA to take on the full bond payment. The general fund needs to be alleviated as our pension costs are increasing significantly, and we need to make payments towards them. In addition, the city has never budgeted for storm drain maintenance, to my knowledge, and the wastewater fund cannot pay for those items pertaining to this unless it impacts their system. Furthermore, the city has multiple retirements in the next 5 years where we are obligated to provide retirement health care for 5 years. Funds are being set aside for all of those tasks in the general fund that they haven't in the past. And that is a major reason why we're asking the DDA to increase their contribution from $150,000 annually roughly to the full $303,000. We have $210,000 in capital outlay proposed. This will include $110,000 to resurface Riverside Drive from just north of Main Street to Elm Street. In addition, $100,000 is budgeted to address possible bump outs on Monroe, along with other possible options to eliminate truck traffic turning off of Main to North Monroe. $85,000 for community promotions. This includes our normal contribution to Chamber of Commerce for event sponsorship. Last year, we added $20,000 for additional assistance in the Chamber of Commerce marketing plan. The funding from last year is being kept at that same level. And also there's $17,340 for the DDA's contribution to financing the Bobcat and front end loader. The DDA, if this budget is approved, is going to see a significant amount of fund balance this year to complete the capital projects. That being said, we still have projected 28% fund balance at the end of the upcoming fiscal year, and it's still a solid level of fund reserve. In addition, we should see additional revenue in the DDA fund in fiscal year 2021 due to the King Milling expansion and the Benton Baker dealership construction. If you recall, last year we discussed for the DDA to take on the cost of funding a police position. After learning more, this is not allowed per the DDA Act. That being said, the DDA can take on more of the bond payments for the building since this is allowed under the DDA statute. I'm recommending the DDA Downtown Development Authority approve the fiscal year budget, 2020 budget as presented. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
And it's all, legal as far as the paying for the bond? and all
Yes.
that stuff too?
Yes.
And,
We may have to make a modification to the TIF plan, which isn't really that major of an issue, but it's something we legally do.
And then the parking lots and the road maintenance, like on Riverside to Elm Street, that's all within the DDA district too then?
Yep. Something I should also mention, I forgot to mention in here, we did put aside some money for some parking lot repairs for next year. It's about $12,000. It's in the repair and maintenance line item. We anticipate having to do some work there.
Any questions for Mike on that? Need a motion to approve the proposed budget?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Eric? Any further discussion, questions? My only comments is again, if the DDA wasn't here, a lot of this money that we do collect would go to the general fund, so I don't have a problem with, the bond and, even being part of the salary. That's a creative way to, spread that we collect a lot of the money to help them pay for that. Simple thing like the Bobcat, paying for the traffic trailer that we had for the speed limit, as long as that's in the DDA district, periodically, that's been a,
Yeah, try to balance. Obviously, there's opportunity. Any opportunity I can to alleviate the general fund, I try to find it. But I'm also trying to make sure that we're still doing capital projects. That's important. And obviously, marketing and capital are both very important functions. And I would think that's a focus of the DDA. And I think the budget reflects that. And I think that's an appropriate way to manage it.
okay, there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion, comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Summer concert series?
We have received our annual request for the DDA to sponsor a portion of the cost for the 2019 Lowell Showboat Sizzlin' Summer Concert Series. The DDA has been participating for this for a number of years. This year's summer concerts begin on June 13, 2019 and end on August 22, 2019. We're being asked to contribute $6,000 for these events. Attached is the budget and letter from the Lowell Area Chamber of Commerce for the request. This is a budgeted item, and I'm recommending the Lowell Downtown Development Authority approve the contribution of $6,000 for the Sizzling Summer Concert Series. And Liz and Lorraine are here if you have any questions.
Lorraine was there.
Okay.
I'm just fine,
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'll support.
Motion and a support. Only discussion I'd like to point out is that Lowell Area Community Fund also contributes almost $12,000. Entertainment sponsors, what's that entail? Is that individual or corporations that donate?
I can answer some of those questions. Basically, the corporate sponsors, we came through nicely this year. Last year, we were actually a little short on the corporate sponsors, so we actually had to back off on some of what we were doing, which included the children's activities. So what we're really excited about this year is that it really looks like the revenue that we had projected is coming in, and we're going to be able to add those children's activities back to our concert series. So that's good news. Yeah, you missed that, right? No, it's really fun to do. I mean, we get, especially the balloons and things like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And just hope for a long, hot, dry summer on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Reports and member comments. Eric?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, where does the Showboat timeline sit? Do we have any further updates on that?
I can kind of update you. Monday night, or Tuesday night, we have a movie council meeting. We're gonna be going to council, asking for them to approve a bid to begin the pole and the frame construction of the Showboat. Company out of Onaway, Moran Ironworks, is submitted a bid on that for about just under $1.5 million. We're going to be requesting for council to approve that bid so we can begin construction. They anticipate for them to get the frame when they begin work, it'll be about a 33-week process. From there, they'll bring it to here, and then we'll have to do the finishing on it. We hope everything's trying to be conservative, so we're hoping sometime spring or summer of next year it'll be completed.
Okay. Well, I'm just hoping that we can make some type of big splash when it's completed. See if we can bring a lot of people low.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I hear in that budget there's public restrooms?
Yes, we will put public restrooms in the old DPW building.
Is that this year or?
We anticipate during this construction process, yes.
Okay.
Anything else, Julie? No? Mayor?
I'm all set, thank you.
Okay. I don't have anything either, so need a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Next meeting?
Second.
Next meeting is May?
Yeah, May, first Thursday after the first Monday of the month.
Okay. Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Can stay here.